Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's Pick a Card. Today I'm going to ask my spirit guides for your person that you're thinking of, his exact thoughts and feelings right now as of today in this reading, whenever you find this reading. Let's see what your choices are in this Pick a Card. We have three choices. I have the Star, Group A. I have the Lovers, Group B, and I have Wheel of Fortune, Group C. So whichever card you are drawn to, you are certainly welcome to listen to all three readings, but there is always one card that draws you in. So take a moment, take a deep breath, meditate on the cards, pick a card that you feel closest to, and let's get started in your readings. I will put the timestamps in the description below. If you picked Group A, the Star, this reading is for you. The Star is all about our hopes and dreams, and you can see this beautiful feminine energy saying to us, I am thinking about what it is that I want. So this is somebody who I feel that you have been manifesting. They're saying you're worthy of this person. You're deserving of this person. You are confident, they're saying now, and they're saying that you have struggled in the past with building that confidence for some reason, but you're not there right now. Right now, you feel really good about yourself. They're saying also you struggled in the past with feeling really lonely. That could be something that was very difficult time and period for you. So this person that you're thinking of today is very important because I feel like you have traveled so far or grown so much. Spirit, please share with me what is it that you need me to hear about the person that I'm thinking of? What are the messages? What are his thoughts and feelings? You can change the pronouns in any of my readings, please. Today we are doing a masculine energy just in this pick a card. Please, Spirit, share with me. I have a yes. What is your question? Okay. I feel like the question is, do they feel the same way? I feel that I just want to know, are we on the same page? Do they feel the same way? I have many loves. This person has had other relationships. So I'm going to say they have something to compare it to, which is a good and bad. I mean, good is that if it's a really healthy, happy relationship, they know what doesn't work. Bad is they have enjoyed playing the field or having different partners. And that is something that some people have a hard time giving up. So I'm going to say that there's something about you that is changing them, is how I feel right now. Let's see what the cards are saying. I have Sweet Honey. I almost feel like that's a nickname. I feel like honey, baby. I just feel maybe it's one of those people that just never really call you by your first name. They always have a nickname for you. So that's okay. That's endearing. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you need me to know about this connection today? I have a Queen of Swords. I have a Knight of Wands. I have a Seven of Wands. And I have a World. I just felt very, very strongly that this person isn't going to give up on this connection. There's something about you that he is, look, even the step, I feel like he's taking a leap of faith, like the Fool card in a sense. It very much feels like I'm taking that strong step forward. I'm not afraid of this connection. I'm not afraid of commitment. You could be the first person that this person would be willing to settle down with. It is really the energy that I'm picking up on. I definitely feel two things. They're not only attracted to you physically, they are attracted to you intellectually. They like your mind, period. They like how you think. They could be really impressed with you. You could be very smart. You could think very quickly. They're saying they could like your sense of humor. You have a quick wit, something like that. Very sarcastic, they're saying, but in a playful way. So this person is attracted to you, mind, body, and soul right now is how I feel. But They have definitely acknowledged the intellectual connection. They have been attracted to other people physically in the past. I don't think there's been a lot of people that could hold their attention intellectually. And I feel that that is what is really important to this particular partner, this lover. So I also love the world because they're sharing with me now that the door that you closed recently is closed forever. They just said, this isn't the past. This is something else, something new. So it's not coming back. The past is not this person has helped you to close the door of the past, is what I want to say. You were struggling with that. You might have been struggling with, I feel so alone. This feels good to me. I have to tell you, this world is opening up. It's coming into me as new friends, new circle of people. It's definitely their family. I'm connecting to everybody. I feel that, for lack of better terms, everything's going really well. That meeting people has gone well. Everybody likes you. Meeting friends, we've had a good time together. A little bit of it's too good to be true, but I don't want you to worry about that. Let's see what their thoughts and feelings are. Let's keep going. Spirit, what does this person want us to know? To be totally honest, you're not my type. I'm not interested. That you could have surprised them initially. Maybe they weren't interested in you to begin with. This is something that maybe was a problem in the beginning. Maybe we didn't hit it off right away. Maybe they were intimidated by you because you are very bright, or they're so used to being with somebody that they're just more physically attracted to than anything. So there could be a reason that they pushed you away. Sometimes right in the beginning, I always feel that the hardest part of a relationship is getting it started. That is the hardest part. And there's usually some spirits calling them hiccups, that you had a hiccup along the way. You had a pause, you had a hesitation on both sides. Maybe it didn't get off to a great start. Maybe we were just kind of checking each other out for a little while, and this person could have been intimidated by you and put off the vibe of, I'm not really interested. But they are now. They are now. I'm not looking for anything real. I feel like that was something that they did put in front of you at first. I feel that they were like, I'm not really looking for anything. I don't really need a relationship. Very mixed feelings, very confusing feelings. I'm asking Spirit now when they had that turning point, because now they really want to give it a whirl. They had some kind of turning point. You're incredibly alluring to me, and they are attracted to you. They're using conversation as the attraction. That we could have ended up having not even physical connection, but we could have ended up having just very long conversations, long phone conversations, long texting over many, many hours to get to know each other. And there was something about that this person kind of got hooked, that you were their equal, you held their attention, you were engaging, you were interesting. So they fell in love with your personality. They really did. Not to say that you're not beautiful or handsome, but they've fallen in love with your personality, your vibe, your soul. So I like that. I think that's important. If you ask me, I will say no. I feel like there was a pushing away in the beginning. I feel like this went down a path of, I'm wasting my time. This person could have been scared of a relationship, or you weren't what Sarah just said, you weren't what they thought they were looking for. And that's important to know, because you don't get to decide who you fall in love with or when. Spirit does. I always like to think that who Spirit puts in front of you is a better choice than you'd ever make. So I think that's what happened in this case. It wasn't what we thought it was going to be in the beginning. I relate to you on so many levels. We're like-minded. I think, I know, I'm going to say that what really is holding this connection together is this incredible intellectual connection. We can talk about anything. We can hold each other's attention. We talk for hours. I really feel like that's one of the best parts about this connection. So I think that they're using the word engaging, that it's a very engaging. It's not one person doing all the talking and the other person just kind of listening to the show. It's both are very active in the conversations and what we're discussing, and it's everything they're saying. So that's really nice. I'm going to do some initials. Don't worry if we don't see your person's first initials or last initials. I just like to do these types of things in my reading. So, but it's just a clue. Just take it for what it is. I have the letter W. I have a V. I have a Z. I have an L, a D, an F, K. I have an O, Q. I have a C. I have another D. Let's get a couple more. I have a U. And did I have a Y yet? And I have a Y. And I have a bottom of the deck, another L. So we'll take that. Let's see what sign they may be. That could be sun, moon, rising. Let's see. You could be sun, moon, rising in any of these also. Let's see. I have an Aries, independent. I have a Virgo, integrity, beautiful. I have a Sagittarius, optimism. I have a Leo, self-confident. And I have an Aquarius, originality, gorgeous. So let's see what they want to share with you. Spirit, tell me their exact thoughts and feelings as of today. I think they're all in, is really what I'm picking up on. It was not an easy start. It was probably very frustrating. It was probably a lot of mixed feelings and didn't look like it was going to go anywhere. And then all of a sudden it shifted. I don't know how to fix the pain in my heart. I was broken. So were they getting over someone? Were you getting over someone? I wasn't quite ready for this connection. That could have been happening. The timing wasn't perfect when we had first met. I've made a fool of myself. I feel foolish. That's coming into me as after we realize we have feelings for each other, that this person turns to you and says, I feel foolish that I ever pushed you away. I feel foolish that I didn't embrace this right from the start. But that's part of our story. It's part of how we got here. So the person should have no regrets. All that matters is where we're at now. But I do feel that they say, like, why did I ever push this love away? That was crazy. Integrity. I'm trying to do the right thing. Scale of justice. Right from wrong. I don't want to treat you unfairly is how that's coming into me. And I also like the scale of justice for somebody who has very traditional values, that they want to follow those values and do the right thing. Maybe they're considering long-term and even marriage. I've been lying to myself and you. I was holding back my feelings. I do feel like there is almost an apology about, I'm so sorry I ever made you feel like you weren't wanted. You're great. You're amazing. You're better than what I could have hoped for. So I feel that, again, whatever we went through to get here, It's our story and nobody else's, and it's how it was supposed to unfold. And here we are. So that's all you have to look at is where are we right now as of this reading. So right now I'm feeling this person is grateful that they changed their mind or that we are together today. Spirit, please share with me. I have a King of Wands that came into me as I'm going to offer you everything. Now that they've made up their mind that they want to be with you, and that's not normally how I read the King of Wands, but for those of you that have ever watched me before, these are fully channeled. So as the messages come in, I just tell you what I'm hearing and feeling. So it was definitely a sense of, I want to be the one who gives you everything. I want to be the one who's there for you. So they've kind of taken on that role of, lack of better terms, I want to be your hero. I want to make your life wonderful. I have an Ace of Wands. Absolutely. They had an aha moment, an epiphany. I think it had to do with long conversations. Either you stayed up late at night one night and talked all night, or you spent the whole weekend going back and forth with text messages, and they just made this person laugh, and it felt good to have somebody in their life. And that's where the passion started to come out. That's where the interest, they're saying, started to come forward. So whatever that was, it could have been just a lot of banter, a lot of flirting. I have a Nine of Wands. They're scared too. They're scared too. I feel like somebody came into this connection with more of a broken heart than the other one. So there could be a sense of, I'm so sick and tired of getting hurt. I'm so sick and tired of being in a relationship, doing all the right things, and at the end of the day, somehow I'm broken. So it's more of a, I just can't handle that one more time energy than anything. I have a King of Swords and an Ace of Pentacles coming in together. Again, I want to give you everything. This is an offer. This feels like an offer to have a future together. This person can see a future. This person wants to build a future together. We would make a great team. This person's thinking ahead, building a house, buying a house, moving in together, sharing finances, talking about it, talking about where we would be headed. So if you're not there yet, it's probably on their mind. Where are we headed, or what's our next move? Our next move is probably to move in together. So that is how I'm feeling. I have a Page of Swords, bottom of my deck. So I feel like we're going to start talking about those things if we're not talking about them already. What's our next move? What's our next stage? Spirit just said this person isn't going anywhere. This person is realizing that they've met somebody they really want to be with. Not just temporarily, they're saying, not casually. Somebody that they really want to be with. Good. Final messages, please, Spirit. Final loving messages. I'm just not ready right now. I'm sorry. So they might put this on hold. Maybe we talk about it. Maybe we come up with a plan. If we still feel the same way in a year from now, we're still together in a year from now, we'll start talking about something more permanent. So don't be disappointed if those conversations don't go to exactly what we want. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Maybe it just hasn't happened yet. I feel like you deserve way more. Okay, they could think that you could be with anybody. Why are you with them? You've triggered my spiritual awakening. I always love this card with the compass because I always feel like my inner compass is guiding me to you. Or even if I wanted to walk away from this connection, I keep being drawn back to you. I keep thinking about you. So I'm going to go with that inner compass, that intuition is guiding them at this point as well. I should be further ahead in life right now. So this could be, I'm just not there yet. I'm not interested in being married because I want to own a house before I'm married, or I'm focusing on my career right now, or I'm just not old enough, you know, depending on what their age is. I always wanted to get married at a different age bracket. So there's something going on there that they want to focus on another area of their life still, but Spirit's saying you're not going to hold them back from that. You're going to be their cheerleader. Can I have one more, please, Spirit? I get insecure when it comes to you, and I'm nervous and overwhelmed in your presence. I feel that that's more just a sense of the more time that we spend together, the more secure we both will be. But you could be an incredible catch. You're intelligent, you're attractive. You could be with anybody. So there could be this fear of, why are you with me? But obviously you're going to let them know that you want to be with them and you love being with them and they make you feel good. So we're going to put this out into the universe. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hit that like button. If you did, comment below, claim it, own it. It's yours. And I'm going to head into my next reading for Group B. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group B, the Lover's card, for his exact thoughts and feelings right now, this reading is for you. So this is my soulmate energy, many of you know, and this is finding the true love. Many lives, past lives, we have been together. It could be a past life connection. It can be a soul connection, a soul union. It's just this feeling of when we meet, our hearts gather. It's oftentimes our true love card. It's our marriage card in many ways. So it could be predicting true love. So let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, I want to know his exact thoughts and feelings at this time. What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. I have trust. I have risks. I have seduction. And I have faith. So the first thing that came into me was this person could be head over heels in love with you right now. And they're the ones that are afraid. They're the ones that you're the one that I could fall so in love with that I would be devastated. Sometimes it's in reverse, but I feel like his feelings are, I don't want to say confusing him, but definitely he feels like he's being controlled. Like it's a sense of, I've never felt this way before. This is really intense. Am I risking my heart? Am I risking getting hurt? But he can't let go of that. The seduction is coming into me as I want you. I want you physically. I can't get enough of you. I want to be with you. So there is a little bit of an obsession energy around this connection. Possibly if it's a soul connection, could be a twin flame connection as well. But there's definitely a sense of do they have trust issues? Just a sense of I could lose you to somebody else and they'd be devastated. They're saying role reversal. So something like that. Let's see what the cards are saying. I have an 8 of Pentacles. I have a Chariot. I have a Queen of Cups. I have a Page of Pentacles. It's coming into me as this person's actually going to work very hard to keep you. This person is going to work hard to keep you in love with them. They don't want you to be with someone else. They could have somebody, they could be afraid that you think about somebody from your past, or you could have had someone else, like a competitor that had been in your life right about the time they came in. So there could be a sense of, I'm gonna have to work extra hard to keep this one. And that's not a bad thing. If they're going to, I don't like jumping through hoops. I'm not a jumping through hoops person. I think you should be able to be yourself and just put in a good effort and not have somebody else say, hey, do this, jump high when I say jump. But I do feel like this person is definitely committed to putting in the extra effort it's going to take to keep their queen happy. And they can tell you're happy when they're with you. When you're with them, they can tell. The smile on your face, you light up, you're affectionate. You can't get enough of them either. The words that you say, the way you look at them. So you're very much in love with them, and they know it. They don't want that to go away, Spirit's saying. They want you to stay in love with them. That's nice, because they like how they feel when you look at them. I have an Emperor. I have a Wheel of Fortune. I have a Hanged Man. And I have a Ten of Swords. So it is a feeling of after an ending. But the Hanged Man and the Emperor came in pretty strong for me. I had everything but you. Good job, success, educations, could have nice home, cars. I had everything but you. And all I was waiting for with that Hangman was you. So now I feel this completion with this Wheel of Fortune. I feel like there's a sense of Spirit has finally answered my prayers, or I have been hoping for something like this. So bottom of my deck, what do I have? I have a Four of Swords. So there's the break. There's the break from the Ten of Swords to the Four of Swords. Yeah, and a tower underneath that. Thank you, Spirit. So this person had either a divorce, a long-term relationship that ended. So the trust issues are probably real. They're struggling with, I just can't be hurt again energy. I'm falling for you and you're the one who could really break my heart. So they're coming out of, they're using the term bad news, whoever their past relationship was. They may describe that person as just a mess, something like that. They were a mess. They were bad news. They were just into things they shouldn't have been into. They were doing things that they definitely shouldn't have been doing, whatever. But it is a feeling of total like hot mess. So they don't want that anymore. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. What is it that you have for us? Right now, the most loving thing you can do is letting me go. So I feel they may have some fear of, I'm not sure if I'm ready to be all in. You may talk about it. They may be very vulnerable with you and say, even to the point where they say, I don't know what I want. And what they're really saying is, I don't want to get hurt. And how do you promise me that? But it feels like just a very vulnerable moment where we both admit that neither one of us want to be hurt. And then we move on, is how I feel. I recognize the potential between us, but I also harbor some uncertainties and I have doubts. I do not feel like they have doubts about you. This is somebody who probably had these feelings for somebody else. They could have taken vows with somebody and that didn't work out. So now they're questioning what makes something last forever. Because if that didn't last forever, what makes something last forever? So it's personal doubts. It's not you. They don't doubt that you could be great or wonderful. Their personal doubts are something they're struggling with. You're the person I want to do life with, my person. That just came into me more of as a, which you may not want to hear, but this person could be saying that this is what's going to work for them. Let's take it day by day. And they're not making any big promises, but they're in your life today. And they're in your life actively. And they're not going anywhere until they feel that they want more, or until they feel that you do deserve more. But they probably are saying, because of their self-doubt, let's just take this one day at a time. Let's just see where this goes for now. I love being with you. I don't want to be with anybody else. I do feel like it's moved into exclusivity. If it hasn't, it will. There are so many feelings I want to share with you, but I'm shy about opening up. They're going to have a hard time explaining this doubt, because they're going to think that you'll take it as you don't see a future with them. And that's not what they're trying to say. What they're trying to say is, how do I get over the hurdle of that every time I'm in a long-term relationship, it somehow goes away after that investment in time and love and energy and sharing a life with somebody. So that's something they've got to work on. That is something that's an insecurity within them. But if they don't talk to you about it, it's more because they don't want you to get the wrong idea that you don't feel that way about them. And that's not the case. Let's get some initials, first initials, last initials. Don't worry if you don't see your person's initials. These are just a handful of clues. I like to do them. Spirit, please share with me. I have a letter C, N, J, H, Z. I have an S, U, G, E, another C, letter T. Let's do two more. Oop, another T, another U, another G. Getting repeats. I have an R, one more letter that we haven't had yet, and an L. Okay, so those are good. Let's see what sign they may be. Sun, moon, rising. You could be sun, moon, rising, any of these signs as well. Let's see if anything connects to you. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Gemini, curiosity. I have a Pisces, intimacy. Capricorn, ambition. Taurus, trust. And a Cancer, nurture. Beautiful. And let's see what else they want to share with us. Spirit, his exact thoughts and feelings today. Right now, in this moment, whenever you have found this reading, things change. You know that. There's a burning rage inside of me. There's anger. Whoever the hot mess was, there's probably still some resentment there. They're probably having a hard time overcoming some of the issues that happened, whether it was financial separation, children fights, custody fights, fighting over a home, fighting over business, something like that. So this person could still be struggling with the I got screwed energy. So that could be something they're just trying to put in its place and not place it on you. You feel so far away and distant. Little bit of I'm having a hard time letting you in still. This person, this could be a struggle for them. And they could even be saying slowly but surely, I'm opening my heart. but you can feel it. You can feel that you want them to be closer to you. You want them to be more vulnerable. Spirit's saying they're having a hard time talking about personal issues, personal feelings. So it's like I got to pull, like pulling teeth sometimes. So they're saying lead the way. You talk about your feelings, and this person will include themselves in that conversation, and maybe you'll get some additional feedback that way. I have lies. I can't seem to do the right thing. Fingers crossed. I don't feel like they're lying to you. They could be lying to themselves, saying, I really want to be all in. I don't want anything else. But then their actions aren't I'm not being vulnerable. I'm not communicating the way I should. I'm holding back. I'm guarding myself financially because I don't want to be hurt again. I'm putting up a shield so that nobody can ever hurt me again. It's the risk we take. It's the risk that we all take when we're in a relationship. So this person has to be willing to take the risk to be all in. All of the anger I hold back is burning me up from inside. This person has to get over some resentment. There is definitely resentment. They are holding it in, and it's leading to, I'm afraid it's going to happen again. It's the person that feels like they didn't get a fair deal in a divorce, and then they say, I'll never get married ever again. I'll live with you, but I'll never get married ever again. So they feel somehow they were mistreated, that somebody got more than they should have. And that anger and resentment, a lot of people, men in particular, masculine energy tends to hold on to it because their identity is connected to, their worth is connected to money more than feminine energy. Spirit, please share with me. Integrity. I'm trying to do the right thing. I feel like they are constantly thinking about what was fair, what isn't fair. Now, this could be an ongoing situation. Child support, paying alimony, something that's just under their skin that they just can't get over. And it could be something that is really upsetting to them. Spirit saying, illuminate. Your light helped to guide me out of the darkness. You could be the best thing that's ever happened to them. You could be the person who shows them that life isn't unfair. Things happen to everybody, and it's all how we deal with it. And let's look at what we have today. Let's look that we found each other, or let's look at how happy we are. And I always like to think that you being happy, I'm not a big revenge person. Just be happy because karma will take care of karma, karmic energy, right? So I believe in karma. You don't have to do anything but be happy together. And that's something that maybe you can share with your person. As long as we're happy, that's all that's really going to matter at the end of the day. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need? This person, his thoughts and feelings. I have a son. I do feel like he's excited about this new beginning. He has some baggage. He does. If he's being honest with you, he will admit that he has baggage, and he probably has. He probably says, ugh, I wish I didn't think about this, or I wish it didn't bother me so much. I have a hanged man. Maybe you can help him to put some of those thoughts and feelings just on hold temporarily. That be on your pity pot for a period of time, get it out of your system, and then let's go back to being us. So this person may just need to rant, get it out of their system. A lot of us do, especially if we've gone through some difficult things. It's hard to get it off your mind. I have the World. He is trying to start over again. He is. He's genuinely putting in the effort. I like the tree, of course, putting down roots. He's growing. He's learning. Spirit just said he's trying to feed his soul for the first time in his life. Maybe that's something he's never worked on, that you could be very spiritually connected and he picks up on that and he listens to you and how you talk and how you look at the universe and how you look at the world. And you could have a very calming presence to him. So there is a sense of you're feeding my soul, and you probably have the ability to calm him when he's upset about something. I have a death card. We've got to put that past to an end somehow. Now, there's almost a lingering feeling. This person could be connected, but it feels like there's just a period of time until my children go to college, until my youngest is, out of the house, something like that. Like, I feel like there's a period of time associated with the things that bother him or upset him. So that timeline will be over at some point, and it's just a matter of time, Spirit just said, and you'll have, we'll be able to move forward. Look at this, and a Four of Swords, a Four of Wands, and a Chariot. So there's almost an end in sight energy of, I'm just going to use the example I just had. When the kids are out of high school and my child support ends, then I would be open to getting married. Like, I feel like there's a time line and a plan attached to this particular connection. And that's okay if that works for you. If that makes sense for you and that's the right thing to do because of kids or circumstances or finances or, just the real world. But I do feel like this person ultimately does want to be with you in a committed relationship, but there's a time element associated to it somehow. Let's see what some of the feelings are. Spirit, please share with me. What are the feelings? What does my person want me to know? I love that you can see my truth, but it scares the blank out of me too. So this person is definitely scared of being vulnerable. I think we all are. And they're saying they have every good reason to, once you've heard their story and you know their story. I should be further ahead in life by now. That could be part of the resentment, that a divorce or a ending of a relationship, or we had a business together and we had to split it. So it was a huge setback. So it was some kind of setback that they're feeling. And of course, when people stay together, they accumulate their wealth. They don't have to split their assets. So there's always a setback when we end something. So that's the pain, is what this person has been feeling and is trying to recoup in some way. I will always love you no matter what happens. That came into me as a emergency contact number. That once you get to the stage where you're the most important person in my life and I rely on you the most, I know you're the person who would show up at the emergency room for me and then call all my family. I feel like that's the kind of connection we're getting into, that I can rely on this person. I can trust this person to be there. There is a commitment. Doesn't mean you have a ring on your finger. That's okay. You don't have to. But there is a commitment to each other, and it's only going to get better, Spirit just said. Thank you, Spirit. I promise I'm coming home. Don't give up on me. Now, not necessarily somebody coming back, but I'm going to say the soulmate from a past life, that we didn't have any guards up. We didn't have any boundaries between us. We could share everything. We could be vulnerable without fear. Maybe that soulmate is trying to come back. That soulmate's trying to be the person that they were in a past lifetime and be more open in this lifetime. So they could be just trying harder to open their soul. And I'm going to say it takes time. I know you don't want to hear that, but this is a give this person time to heal, to prepare for the future, and to get used to the idea that they're moving forward with a life with someone else. So that's probably what's going on. You know, sometimes you have your path set and then your path goes over here and you have to like reinvent yourself and think about yourself differently. And it just, sometimes your life just changes so traumatically when you end a long-term relationship. Bottom of the deck, I don't like attentions others give to you, and I know I should be giving you more. I'm just frozen in fear. Little bit of jealousy there, little bit of I hope I can give you everything that you need. I hope I can open up more. I hope I can be there for you and not be so focused on the hot mess in my life and, focus on the good. But some of those situations consume us. I don't care what you say. They could, but they don't consume you forever, Spirit just said. They're temporary. It's not going to last forever. If you're in a situation where it's got a lot of circumstances around it, it's got a lot of moving parts and pieces, doesn't mean it's going to be like that forever. It's just temporary. But we've got to get through those stages to get to the stage of where we want to be together as well. So in the meantime, I loved you can rely on this person as your emergency contact person, because that tells me this person's all in. I'm going to put this out to the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group C, the Wheel of Fortune, this reading is for you. The Wheel of Fortune, it's such a beautiful card. Fate, destiny. What is destined? What is predestined? What is meant to be? Sometimes we put in the category of luck, but I always like to go more with fate. It's fated. It's a fated meeting. It's meant to be. It comes into your life almost at perfect divine timing. So the Wheel of Fortune is such a strong card. Let's see what your person, his exact feelings and thoughts are right now. This is a fully channeled message. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. I have a conflict. I have nightlife. I have tie the knot. And I have a work in progress. The first thing that came into me was somebody who just is having a hard time giving up their bachelorhood. They still possibly like to go out with their friends. They like to have a good time. Doesn't mean they're sleeping with somebody else. Doesn't mean that they want to be with anybody else. But I have this feeling of, I like my space. I like to be with you, but I also really like my space. And when they go out with their friends or they want to spend time without you, there's a feeling of, if they really loved me, they'd want to be with me all the time. Not necessarily. Masculine energy needs time alone more than feminine energy. And they also need time to be with other masculine energy. So it's good for men to spend time with their friends. I don't care what they do. Play ball, go out for a drink, have them over and watch football, whatever masculine energy wants to do. And then you find things that as a feminine energy, divine feminine, to do for yourself. Nurturing, loving, self-care, one-on-one conversations with another friend or family member. So there's this conflict in the sense of, I want you to spend more time with me. And are you even interested in the future? Like, if we were married in the future, would you still be doing this? Is probably the biggest issue going on, because I don't want to be married to somebody who still goes out with their friends at night. So that's probably what's happening. So we've got to look at it a little bit differently, as they're not going out to hurt you. They're going out to rejuvenate their energy so that when they come back to you and they're with you, they're a better person. And I know that's hard to accept. Unless they're going out and playing the field, they're going out and flirting with people, they're sleeping with other people, then get rid of this person. But if they're going out to rejuvenate themselves, to be alone even, they're trying to be a better person, believe it or not. I have a Chariot. I have a Wheel of Fortune. So you have 2 Wheel of Fortunes. So fate, destiny. I have a 6 of Swords. I have a 9 of Pentacles. In order for you to feel more confident in this connection, I feel that you have to move on about something about their behavior that drives you crazy. They're hanging out with their friends and they sit around on Saturday afternoon and they do nothing but drink beer on the couch and watch TV. And they've been doing it for years. Creatures of habit, Spirit is saying, it's more of a, these are my friends, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me who I can hang out with, who I can't, because that's the conflict. And that will come between you if you're making them make a choice. So you have to set some boundaries around what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what you can live with, what you can't live with. I don't want your best friend at my house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because he used to be with you all the time. I want a life with you. And in order for me to feel more secure in this connection, we have to make some choices as to what's going to work. So I feel like we're just having a hard time transitioning from being single to being in some kind of a relationship. And Spirit's saying consistency is a problem. I have an Emperor. This person wants to do what this person wants to do. I have Strength. Maybe that's what you were attracted to. You're probably attracted to this Emperor, that they have a lot to offer. They're very strong-willed. They're very self-confident. I have an Ace of Swords. They're being honest with you when they say, I'm not doing anything wrong. Trust me. What's the big deal? And you say, well, the big deal is you're not with me. And they say, well, do something else. Do something with your time. Don't wait around for me. And so that's what we have to get used to, because this is a very independent person. They're showing me like a lion. So it could be a Leo. This is a very independent person who's used to doing what they want, used to making choices. Don't tell me what to do. Don't allocate my time. But they're in a relationship, so there has to be a little bit more give and take, and that's probably what's frustrating you. I have a Page of Pentacles. That felt like a grapevine. What is it? They're handing you a branch, right? They're handing you the branch, to the olive branch to make up. So they're going to start to hand in this kind of peace offering, that they start to see what really triggers you, what is actually upsetting you, and why. And then there's going to be this olive branch that comes in and gives you, I have an Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So they really do love you. And I have a 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that's coming into me as they don't want to be the one that breaks your heart. They're not trying to break your heart. They really do love you. But they can see that there's actions that they're doing that you're not happy with. So they're probably not happy that that happens, but they're kind of saying to themselves, you know, what's the big deal? Like, what am I supposed to do? But they're going to meet you halfway, Spirit just said, on some of these things. That maybe we have a schedule. Maybe we have nights that are our nights, and the other nights that he can do whatever he wants with his friends or his family or be alone. So there's like a compromise, but there also was this olive branch feeling of, you know, I'll call you when I get home, so you know I'm not out all night. So there's Spirit saying they want you to knock out the thoughts of this is a player energy. I don't feel like it's a player energy as much as somebody who has done these things for so long. It's more of a routine. They don't want to give up everything that has been in their life before you. They want to add you somehow to their life. And yes, there's going to be some give and takes, but they shouldn't have to change their whole life just because they have feelings for you. And I feel like that's what they're struggling with. Spirit, please share with me. If I tell you how I feel, it might change everything. They're afraid. I just asked Spirit, like, what is the most important thing about this? And Spirit used the word escape to me. That this person has a tendency to escape for small periods of time. Whether it's, I'm going to go out with so-and-so and have a drink. I'm going over to my mother's house and hanging out. I'm going to go exercise. I'm going to go work out. But they use it as almost a mental break. And not necessarily because they don't want to be with you, but they might not want to be with anybody. They could be totally maxed out. They had a busy day. They have a busy career. And sometimes you just get tired of people, period, depending on how much stress you have in your life. So this person has a tendency to escape. And they could escape with alcohol. They could say, what's the big deal? I have 2 beers when I get home from work because I'm just mentally gone and it relaxes me. It's not necessarily a big deal if it's under control. If it's a problem, then it is a big deal because it will affect your life. So that might not be something they want you to control. They've been doing that for years. They have it under control. They have 1 beer when they get home and they have it with dinner. They have a glass of wine with dinner every night, whatever it is. So they might not want to be told, you can't do that because you're with me. They're escaping. You're incredibly alluring to me and I'm very attracted to you. So it has nothing, this kind of inconsistency isn't about that I want you or I don't want you. It's really about the transition from I've been single, probably a bachelor for a long time, and now I'm into somebody. I want the best of both worlds and I can't figure it out. You can't be single and in a relationship at the same time. You can't have, something has to give and they can't figure it out. So we've got to try to figure it out. What has to give? I think we have a pretty unique connection. So they're feeling the connection. They like being with you. But Spirit just said, but I don't want to give up everything I have. I don't want to give up the life I have. So that is the struggle. So you have to say to them, I'm giving up things also. And you have to give them examples. Okay, in order for us to be together, I used to go to the gym on Friday nights for 2 hours and take a Zumba class. And now I don't do that because I'd rather see you. Whatever's changed in your life, in your routine, so that you have gone out of your way to make adjustments so that you can spend more time together. I'm sure there have definitely been accommodations for that. Don't take this personally, but my heart belongs to someone else. Now that's coming into me as a fear of yours. I do not believe that they're out. I feel like there's a fear in the back of your mind that when they are not with you, they have to be with somebody else. So I want you to nuke that. And I want you to just head on approach that. Because if you have that in your back of your head, your person is going to feel that vibe. They're going to know you don't trust them. And nobody wants to be not trusted. So if every time you're not with them and you give them, did you have fun? Something sarcastic, they're going to get sick of it. Because if they're really just having a beer with a guy after work, because they've been doing it for 15 years, they're not going to want to hear that you think they're sitting in a bar picking up people. They're not going to tolerate something like that. So you want to be honest with them that that's your feelings, but you also want to know the truth. And just trust me, if there's anything going on behind the scenes, the truth will always come out. Let's let's get some initials. First initials, last initials. Let's see what they want to share with me. I have the letter E. I have a P, T, I, F, another F. I have an A, another I, O, U, E, C, Y, another F. F is popular. I have an N, another I. I is popular today. I'm W, one more spirit, and another N. Let's get one more letter that we don't have. Another Y, another O. One we don't have, spirit. T. One we don't have, spirit. R. How's that? All right. So those are our initials. Let's see. Sun, moon, rising. What sign may they be? What sign may you be? Just some confirmation. Some of you may be able to claim this reading, confirm it. Let's see. I have a Cancer, nurturing. I have a Leo, self-confident. I did feel that lion energy earlier. I have a Sagittarius, optimism, Cupid's arrow. I have a Virgo, integrity. And I have a Pisces, intimacy. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. His honest thoughts and feelings. This is definitely a transition period. This is a, how do we go from being single to being in a relationship and not resenting the change? And I feel like that's what's really going on. Spirit, please share with me. They're saying, look at when you're with them as quality time. That might help you. You might not be in a relationship where they want to be with someone 24/7, obviously. So when you are together, is it quality time? Is it really enjoyable? Do they give you their undivided attention because they've had a chance to rejuvenate and they really want to be there with you? I have illuminate. Your light helped guide me out of my darkness. That tells me they really want to be with you. They really enjoy, maybe you make them feel good about themselves. You light them up. Big smile. I have stress. I feel like stress has a lot to do with this. I feel that work pressures, life pressures, this person needs to escape probably daily in some way just to, get rid of that energy. A lot of people do different things. They exercise, they need time alone, they go for a walk, they listen to music, have a beer, you have a glass of wine. There's a lot of different ways that people decompress. And I feel like this person definitely has to decompress. It's okay. You inspire my mind and fill me with light and creativity. So you could be really good for them. You could be, motivating to them or inspiring that to them, that when that stress hits, you're able to say everything's going to be okay, looking at things from a different perspective, allowing them to rant and to express themselves so that they can calm down. Sometimes you got to just get it off your chest. So this person could feel better just talking to you because you're a great listener. And they could love that about you. Not that you want to be their therapist either. You're not their therapist and their counselor. There's a burning rage inside of me. There's a lot of anger inside of me. I'm going to put it with the stress. I'm going to put it work-related stresses. Some people have such difficult jobs. They really do. Some people have multiple jobs. They're tired. I'm afraid you're not going to want me if you see the real truth. So they need that time to rejuvenate. They don't want you to see them when they are struggling. They don't want you to see them when they just need to decompress. Some people are able to decompress just driving home. They have a commute and they listen to the radio and they kind of get, they go through that my work day was horrible. And then by the time they get home, they're okay. Some people, when they walk in the door, because they didn't have a commute, they need that 15 minutes, half an hour to themselves. Like, don't talk to me till I'm, like, feel like I'm home again. I'm going to go change. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to open the mail. Some people just need those minutes alone that somebody isn't talking to them. It's the same as in the morning when some people wake up and they can have a conversation with somebody before their cup of coffee. And some people say, I can't talk to you. I haven't had my coffee yet. I need to wake up first. Don't ask me 1,000 questions. So it depends on the person. It depends on the personality, and you've got to get to know this person. I have intuitive. Trust your inner knowing. I feel like you do know this is a great connection. They're using the word quirks with me. I don't know if this person has quirks as much as you got to get to know them. You got to know what makes them tick. You got to know, you got to figure out what makes them comfortable, what makes them uncomfortable, what makes you comfortable. So I feel like it's just a getting to know each other stage, and some of the good, bad, and the ugly is coming out. All right, let's see what else they want you to know. His thoughts and feelings right now. I have a Justice card. I have a 2 of Cups. Wow. He's I don't think he's talking about it yet, but he could have in the back of his mind, like, you're somebody I could see myself with. You're somebody I could see myself being with. So if we can get over this hurdle of, I just need my space when I'm not with you, and then when I'm with you, I'm all in. Give this person a little more freedom. It doesn't mean they want to be with somebody else, and it doesn't mean that they don't love you. You got to look at this a little differently, I think. Spirit, please share with me. I have a High Priestess. Trust your intuition. If they're good to you and you know in your heart they're not hurting you, that you know in your heart they're not lying to you, you want them to be happy. And if hanging out with their buddy on the couch on a Saturday afternoon instead of raking the leaves is making them happy, life is short. Pick your battles. I have a Sun. I feel like they're thrilled with you. I do. I feel like they are struggling, Spirit said, with, I haven't been in a relationship for a long time. So it's a battle of, I'm set in my ways. I've got a life. I have a schedule. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. And how do I start this amazing relationship with you? We do it slowly. We build trust. We spend quality time together. And we give each other space and freedom that we both need. It's healthy. You don't need to be together all the time to be in love with each other. Let them go and do their thing. And then the more important thing is that you go and you do your thing so that you can be the person that you need to be. Spirit, please share with me loving messages, thoughts and feelings. It's going to be fine. It's going to move forward. I will always love you no matter what happens. So they already have this commitment to you, like, you're the best person that's ever happened to me. You could be, I just love you to death. We'll always be friends. You're so special to me. There are people that, even if you're not with them anymore, you will always have a special place in your heart for them. So this is definitely one of those people. Sometimes I just don't know how to reply or express what's inside of me, but I do read and even write up what I want to send back. I just freeze and I delete it. So they're having a hard time. If you ask them a question in a text message, they probably can't put their feelings in words, probably short answers, which upsets you even more. These kinds of conversations have to be one-on-one, face-to-face. Don't try to talk about any of these types of feelings through text messages. You can't see their body language. You can't hear the tone of their voice. You don't have eye contact. So this person is probably a horrible communicator in a text message. And then you sit there and go, well, what did they mean by this? And you read it 100 times. So you can't interpret a text message the same way as you can in person. I have so many fantasies to play out with you. When can we begin? They want to have fun. They want to have fun with you. This is the fun stage. Let's get to know each other. Let's not put all these rules and regulations into place. Spirit, please share with me. I've awoken because of our love and have sought out guidance for our path together. Now, that just feels to me, I'm thinking things through. Maybe they're connecting to a higher power. Maybe they're bouncing their feelings off on somebody very close to them. Doesn't mean they're talking about you behind your back. It could be, could I be doing something differently? It could be they're talking to somebody who's been in a long-term relationship and probably is very happily married, like a brother, brother-in-law, and saying, you know, how do you do it? You know, how did you give up your single life? Is it me? Am I being selfish? So that's okay, you know, that they're learning and they're asking questions, but hopefully they're getting guidance from somebody who's in a very healthy, happy, long-term relationship so that they can see like what works and why. So because they are battling, that they want the best of both worlds, and you can't be single and you can't be in a relationship at the same time. I never wanted to hurt you. So maybe when you think they're pulling away or they're going out with friends or they're doing something else, I don't feel like their intention is to hurt you. I feel like their intention is to rejuvenate, escape for a little while, and then come back. They're not a runner, Spirit's saying. They're not running from you. There's a difference. Running means they don't come back. I just had deja vu in a channeled message. That was cool. I love that you can see my truth, but it scares the blank out of me too. So you could know what they're going through. Hopefully this reading helped define it a little bit more, gave you a little bit more clarity, but maybe it's like, yeah, that's what I pretty much thought. They're just struggling with the transition. They're just getting used to the idea of, you know, that they've got kind of a commitment in their life now. So I'm hoping that you got a little bit more clarity in this situation, but definitely this person is wanting to move forward with this connection. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. How gorgeous. If you are new to this channel and you enjoyed these readings today, these pick a card readings, hit that like and subscribe button, comment, claim it below. I will put in my description my main channels. I don't know if I can do it yet. Let me think. If I can put it in the description, I will. YouTube doesn't allow you to do links until you're at a certain stage in your journey here on YouTube. But I do have a main page. Check that out. It is Kathy Mamolen Psychic Medium, and that has all kinds of love readings. So this is the pick a card channel, and then I have my main channel as well. So welcome everybody who's new, and we will see you again real soon in another pick a cards. Thanks for being here.